Good morning. What's poppin'? It's Wednesday, like 6:50 a.m. and I'm headed into the cafe to open up the shop today. Feeling pretty good. Went to sleep later than normal last night, but I still got some good rest, so I don't feel too bad. I'm used to waking up at 5 o'clock every day, so still got up about 5 o'clock, 4:50 or so. You know what I'm saying? Still feel pretty good. So let me tell you about yesterday. After I closed the shop, my lady, on the way, as I was closing the shop, the lady told me we need to go get dog food, and she was like, "I'll get us dinner while we out." So I was like, "All right, cool." I was very tired actually, because the last hour is really busy at the shop, at the cafe, serving smoothies and bowls. But we rolled anyway, and we went to this taco spot that's pretty popular in Baltimore. They have 3 locations now, and we were looking to see what was available to eat in the area that was plant-based or vegan, and weren't too many options. And then she didn't feel like some of the things that was around, so we're like, "Oh, let's go to Papi's Tacos." So we go to Papi's Tacos, and it's the first time I've been to Papi's, I believe, especially at this location where we were, and they had a whole vegan menu. So I wasn't always a big fan of Mexican food, not because I didn't like the taste, I just didn't feel like it had enough variety. I think everything is just some version of a different version of the exact same thing. But nonetheless, it could be really good, and it's always fun. So we go, and the lady asked my girlfriend. She said, "Oh, are y'all plant-based or vegan?" Because I had stepped to the bathroom. So when I get to the table, there's a whole vegan menu, and she told me what she said. I was like, "Oh, where?" So I looked, and I saw like one section of items, like the street tacos or like the sides or something, were all vegan. But then as I looked over the whole thing, like the whole menu, everything on that side was vegan. I was like, man, that's what's up. Like, the saying they say, like, I feel seen. That's how I felt when I seen that menu. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. Because it's not that other Mexican restaurants need to have vegan menus or anything, but like I said, since I don't feel like it's a variety, then I don't feel like it's very thoughtful in terms of like plant-based offerings, considering they use a lot of like raw veggies, like pico de gallo and avocados and things like that. You think they get more creative with some of those things because they got the options, but this place actually did. They used like yuca fry, so they get like deeper into some like Mexican cuisine and ingredients. They use nopales, I believe that's how you say it. It's like a part of the cactus or cactus plant in some of their tacos, and so they got a little variety, and I really appreciated that. They had like the vegan mozzarella for like some of the enchiladas and things like that. I'm not a big fan of vegan cheeses. One is like it's really processed, and I eat processed stuff. I eat it sometimes, but because it doesn't melt, it just don't even look right to me. Like the vegan cheese that don't melt is just kind of annoying, and also it doesn't taste all that great. Now I've had some good vegan cheeses. Most of them are kind of like cashew cheeses, cashew ricotta or something like that. That's kind of like handmade, but they do have a few brands that's pretty good. But either way, I may try it next time just to see what it's hitting for. But I really appreciated that they had a whole vegan menu, and it wasn't just like 4 things. Like, it was everything that they served vegan. So they had all the sides vegan. They had plantains. That love plantains, so I got the plantains. So they had plantains, the yuca fries. They had all the versions of their street tacos. They had like 3 versions of those, and then you can get like some of their other main items, burritos and all the different things. But they had it in vegan, so I was really grateful. I felt seen. They will definitely get more of my business, and that's the one thing I can say about anybody who does have like a decent or good plant-based, restaurant or service, for that matter. People who are into it will be happy and glad to patronize you, to big you up, to support your business in multiple ways. I have my own business, and people, I have repeat customers, but I've been a repeat customer, and I am because it's a part of my lifestyle. It's the choice that I'm making, and it's just really really fulfilling to know that you can go somewhere and get what you want, and they made it for you. And I felt like they was thinking about people, myself, and people like me who eat the way I do. So I was really happy about that. Shout out to Papi's Tacos. They started out in Fells Point, never been. People used to tell me about it. People used to tell me about their cauliflower taco, I think, or something like that. But that wasn't on the menu. They may not have it anymore, or may just have it at a different location. But yeah, I really appreciated it. That was big. Shout out to them. And they came through in the clutch because it was getting kind of later than she and I normally eat. But you know, it's a restaurant. It's a taco spot, so they open late. You know, they had some regular TV and all that type of stuff going on, but it was cold as hell in that place. But anyway, back to the vegan plant-based situation. That was pretty good, and the food was good though. They had all the different types of hot sauces and chili sauces and stuff like that, so that was really good. I appreciate it. I'll definitely go back to Papi's and try a few other things. My lady and I got a run and the chips and salsa that they gave was great. The chips was like kind of fresh and like warm, hot or whatever, so that was good. And we kind of keeping a running tab of who got the best nachos in the city, so it might end up being us because I found a new vegan nacho recipe that was very, very unique, so I'm gonna get it a shot. But anyway, yesterday my uncle and my cousins came to the shop. They're twins, and they're from California, and they came past the cafe, and one of them just went vegetarian like for the last couple of years, so she's been doing like a lot of reviews on cafes and stuff like that, and she said how expensive it is to like eat vegan or plant-based out in LA. LA is kind of like the #1 market for those types of spots. It's actually not the #1 market for, well, no, it's up there, but it's not #1. Portland is actually #1 for vegans and vegan restaurants, like per capita, right? And then LA is up there. But anyway, cost of living is high in LA, so I'm not surprised. So I can't wait to get out there to try some stuff. But she was telling me about some places. My uncle, he's kind of been in and out of that lifestyle for years and years, like pretty much all my life. Just kind of always taking care of himself, you know, taking it easy. He's a real earthy kind of guy. So, you know, he been always giving me game on making his own juice and stuff like that. So now his daughter is kind of getting into the game, but from a millennial Gen Z perspective. So yeah, so she's been doing this. So she asked me while she's here what's the #1 or some of the best vegan spots. So I gave her a quick list, and it just let me know, like, damn, I just ran the list off right off the top of my head. Like, man, I've really been in this game for quite a minute, and I know a lot of the places in the city. I can give like real reviews, and I was like, you know what, I should probably also go and do Google reviews for these businesses, just so that they like, we all need those Google reviews, man. That really helps, you know, for our brands, for our business, for our ratings, you know, for like our ratings on Google or on Yelp and things like that. So I'm gonna go and do reviews on these places. You know, I don't need anything back from them, man. That's what you give reviews for. People need to know what's happening in these spots. So I told her what I thought. It just so happens that they were staying, well, it's 2 of them that's close to my cafe, Good Part and Company, and then there's one out where they were staying at, you know, during the time that they're staying here in Baltimore while they visit family. So hopefully they get a chance to go out there and visit that one, because that one is like one of my favorites. So I hope they get to check that joint out. But it's really good to see more people picking it up, seeing the diet, seeing the lifestyle, seeing the culture expand, seeing people improve their lives, you know, by changing their diet, by eating healthier, by going plant-based, going vegan. So now my cousin down with us, so now I'm not the only person at the cookouts that want to eat, you know, plant-based. Because most of the time I bring my own food to the cookout, so I bring at least one dish, and then I got to check out and see what else we got on the salads and stuff like that. And you know, I can make something happen. But we'll get more family into it. They always try my dishes. They really like some of the roasted veggies I make. My mom kind of eats a lot of the stuff that I cook, so you know, that's cool. But seeing my cousin pick it up is really great. My uncle, same thing. But they don't live in town either, so more all the family events that's like home with more of the family showing up. The people I'm around more often, none of them. Oh, my other cousin does eat plant-based, so you know, we got some more people in the family that's getting into it, and them seeing me stick with it, I think is kind of like, you know, is a good influence. So they're trying more and more, you know, plant-based items, vegan foods, all that good stuff. So I was happy to share with my cousin. I was glad to see my cousin, you know, picking up the lifestyle, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful to just have that knowledge or the awareness of where to go to get, you know, certain types of food. I can tell her what vegan food is, what the vegan soul food, the place that's not vegan but they got good vegan options, the place that got, you know, the quick service casual type vegan stuff, the real plant-based stuff, like the straight sit down in the fancy. We got a fancy restaurant here called Leora. It started by a guy in LA. I was letting him know, like, yes, it's a place that actually started in LA. It's kind of a higher end restaurant. He got like, here's a restaurant group. I forget my man's name, but I know it's like MK. That's his initials. But he has like 8 or 10 restaurants in the world. So he has some in some other countries, and then he got 2 in Baltimore. And they're like right downtown, so it's kind of like spot on for like him having a higher end brand. And his two restaurants here are connected, and one is, they're both plant-based. One is a dine-in, more like, fancy restaurant. The other one is a pizza restaurant. So both really cool, really dope. I've been a couple times to each of them. Plan to go back because it's one of my favorites. So I might have to do like a plant-based Baltimore excursion or something and bring a bunch of my plant-based friends with me. That might be the move in the future, but yeah. So shout out to Papi's. Shout out to my cousin. Pretty good day yesterday. Today, we'll see what today holds. I'm on my way into the cafe. Got to get prepped for this presentation for tomorrow for the Mayor's Youth Summit. So I'm really kind of excited. It's kind of like starting to creep up on me how excited I'm getting, to do this. So I got to calm myself so I can be, have the right energy when I get into the room and be ready to do my thing. So I'm about a block away from the cafe. I'm about to sign out, get my day started. I'll holler at you guys later. I had some plant-based sushi that I bought yesterday, but I ended up not having it, so I'm going to have that today. Well, veggie sushi. I said plant-based sushi. That don't even sound cool, but just some all veggie sushi, some cucumber, avocado, stuff like that. So I can't wait to have that for lunch because, I'm still on my fasted tip. So that's what we got going on for today. Yesterday was a good day. I'm about to be out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Follow me on Instagram at Harcum Holistic, and follow and subscribe to Good Part and Company on IG. On IG and on YouTube as well.